He's not 6'3".
A lot of these patients, the only social circle they have revolves around the pub. What characteristically happens in patients with cirrhosis, that they die unexpectedly and rather abruptly, and sometimes do it with their first hospital admission.
I feel really, I don't know, like fluey.
And what's very curious is, let it go loose, do your best. It's like a board at the moment. What's very, very curious that his white count has gone soaring up.
He's not fun.
No, he's not out of the woods by any means. It's still very full of fluid, isn't it?
The other option is to possibly drain a bit of it.
I didn't feel like I was going to die or anything, but yeah, apparently that's the point I was at. I was knocking on death's door. I feel cold, but my forehead's quite hot.
Odd there. The thing that worries me about him is that when we took some more fluid from his tummy, the evidence that he has infection inside his abdomen in the fluid in there has actually got worse rather than better.
Do you know that George Best is still fighting for his life?
He's still alive, is he? He ain't got long, that bloke. That's what I mean. Once alcoholism's got you, it's got you. He's had a new liver. But, see, it must be doubly difficult for him because he's got the money as well. You know...
They say he's broke.
Yeah, but... They say he's broke, but how many pictures we've seen of him in the sun laying on a yacht out in the Med, you know what I mean? If he's laying in the sun, out in the Med, on a yacht, girls all round him, what's the one thing that would top that off? A nice cold drink. And he just can't say no now. You need the shock of looking in the mirror and seeing your bright yellow and the pain in your stomach to make you think you've gone too far this time. But today's not really started too well. My head really hurts.
Surely your past is still worrying because it's in your head.
Oh yeah.
Isn't it? You talked about it to me as a monster in your head.
It is.
But someday you've got to take out a knife and kill it.
I know.
Did you used to have a drink on the train coming home?
That's where it started. Go to the offie, get a half bottle of vodka, get on the train, 45-minute journey, and I'd just sit there on the train swigging it on the way home. Then by the time I got back, I'd finished that and I'd want another one. Go to bed and get up for work the next day again.
He's generally a little bit tender.
Just do it over and over again.
And he's normal, and his chest is...
See, Sunday would have been, this is your last drink, so let's make it count. So you would. And then Monday, you'd feel so bad because of Sunday, you'd have to go and get another drink to make yourself feel better. And it'd just be going round and round and round like that. It's like a little ride that you can't get off.
Whatever is going on in there, we've got to get rid of that infection. That's an absolute must. We cannot send you home with any infection there.
What do you think it is that is your worst enemy in you?
Me? No, it is. It's me. I don't believe in myself. I don't think I'm pretty. I don't think I'm fashionable enough. I don't think I'm slim enough. I don't think I'm wearing the right clothes. It's just me. That's my enemy.
So you look for a prop?
Yeah. Everybody feels better and think they look better when they've had a couple.
The liver makes it.
But you never stick at a couple, that's the trouble.
No, that's true. I don't.
Let's have a little look at this tum of yours.
Very careful on this.
I'm always careful.
When do you think Vanda will go?
I hope at the beginning of next week.
I'm not ready to go home. Unless Langsmith overrides it.
We'll provide whatever help we can provide, but it's very much your baby, I'm afraid.
No.
Yep. OK, great. That's good.
No intentions of going back to it. So
Good. Super. If you had £1 for every patient who says they're never going to touch it again, you'd be a very wealthy person. I suspect you may well drink again.
If I'm not in, I've just gone down to the shop, be back in 5, Vanda. But she's left the door open, or at least on the latch.
The door was half open. Do I walk in? No, of course you don't walk in. You wait till you're invited.
So how are you?
You look fabulous.
You do look. You look terrific. But what's this? What's this?
It's alcohol. Look.
We hadn't been in there seconds. And she was pulling out a bottle of vodka.
Oh, silly girl.
I'm not a girl.
You're a woman, all right.
I'm
So you're a woman.
43.
All right. I told you, it's not my job to stop you drinking, but I don't want to see you drinking that.
No, okay, well, can you just get out of my way, please?
When Vanda produced her rabbit out of a hat, her vodka, I just felt terrible. I just lost that remoteness that I have as a filmmaker, remoteness from... I get emotionally involved with people, but I manage to stand back and observe, and I get a lot of criticism for that. But if some of us don't record it, no one else will learn about it.
So you're very, very disappointed in me then, Paul?
No, it's not for me to be very, very disappointed. I'm disappointed for you, because I really did believe that you'd made up your mind that all that time in hospital.
I had made up my mind, and I still have made up my mind. The only difference is today. I can't be doing with today. That's it.
But darling, there's going to be a lot of todays. People coming, people paid to look after you. And you do need looking after a bit, don't you? Just to get you started in the real world, not the hospital world.
God, there's somebody else coming now. It's Natasha.
Who's she?
How have you been doing? She's so lovely. She is lovely.
And it took me probably the first hour to get rid of that hollow horror that was...
You going to let her in?
Yes, of course. She does not want to be on tape.
That was echoing in my body, in my brain, and regain my job as somebody who was there to record whatever these people chose to do to themselves.
Don't film her when she comes in.
There was a moment when I was filming and she got up painfully, those legs, those thin, painful legs, hobbled round the sofa and went to the door and left. And as she left, all I could see was a drunk on the street.
Oh, fuck. That's all over my brand new carpet as well.
Hold on.
You will. Hold on.
Hold on.
All over my setting. It's
What?
brand new.
I'm sorry. You caught me out. I feel completely...
Idiotic.
I feel idiotic, but at the same time, I feel I had put so much money on you. Do you know that? And now that you've taken a drink...
I don't feel any better. I just feel worse.
Do you want to go back to hospital?
No. Hated it. Absolutely hated it.
But it kept you off the booze for 4 weeks.
8 weeks and 2 days, actually.
Who's counting?
I was, because it was a nightmare in there.
Oh, Christ, what a day. What a day. Your subject does the very thing that they say they're not going to do. She drinks. I knock over the drink, and I wish I could say that was deliberate, but it wasn't. And then she decides to tell me the monsters in her head. Why? I don't know. Nerves of the day, the heightened tensions that were going on, her being pissed, I don't know. But she told me and I filmed it.
My father sexually abused me. I told my mother and she said she didn't believe me, and then I cut my wrists. And she called the police and I was sectioned into Shelleywood.